right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome If there are any children in the house today, would you please come up and we'll sing you into your classes.
I'm Philip Flores. I am today's practitioner of the day. My pronouns are he and him, and my ancestors hail from California, Texas, Spain, and Mexico, and the cosmos. So welcome, welcome. If you see any other practitioners wearing a stole, we're available for prayer. And I was going to thank Wendy. She did the meditation this morning, and then Cindy's our practitioner too today. We have other ways you can ask for prayer. You can go onto our website. We do have a prayer vessel where you can fill in your prayer request back there. We also do weekday morning prayers at 7 o'clock via Zoom. You can join us. Don't have to turn on your camera. You know, in case you're still in your pajamas, that's fine. And we do have a wonderful prayer practitioner library. So you can go there and check out whatever type of prayer you're looking for. All right, so please join me in this opening invocation. There's only one. One divine love, one divine spirit, one divine source. And it is operating in me, through me, as well as in you, through you, and as you. And I recognize that this divine love, this divine spirit, is exactly my true nature. And so I embrace that. I become alive with it. And I open up my awareness to today's talk from Reverend Abigail and learn amazing spiritual tools that will enliven me, that will enlighten me, that will evolve me into a better, kinder, gentler human. And I know that this is exactly where I need to be, where I am, one with this community, one with this love, one with this world. Love, compassion, spirit, that is who we are, that is who I am, and that is CSL Bellingham. And so it is.
So it is. Loving spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's error, let me love. May I have no fear. All the as I am. Surrender all need for a plan. Divine presence is always at hand. Take comfort as I am. Take comfort as I am. Surrender all need for a plan. Divine presence is always at hand. Take comfort as I am. I know there's only one moving me to be untethered, undone. I accept this love healing, breathing me whole, and give thanks for it is done. Take comfort as I am. Surrender all need for a plan. Divine presence is always at hand. Take comfort as I am. I know there's only one moving me to be untethered, undone. I accept this love healing, breathing me whole, and give thanks for it is done. Take comfort as I am. Surrender all need for a plan. Divine presence is always at hand. Take comfort as I am.
Good morning. I'm Abigail Schairer, and I'm the senior minister here, and it's a delight to be yours. I'll just say that. And if you're here for the first time, my pronouns are she and her, and my ancestry hails from Ireland, Germany, and Prussia, which contains a lot of countries right now. So I'm from all of those places, including the ones, I'm going to guess, probably Ukraine and Russia, which are in war right now. So there's a lot of history in me and a lot of history in this room. And there's a lot of history in our teaching. We are part of the New Thought movement, and the New Thought movement has been happening for quite a while, before any of us were born, and it's really awesome to be participating in the evolution of it. So yesterday I was teaching ministerial students, and we were talking about contemporary applications of science of mind. And if people don't know what science of mind is, it's basically our philosophy, our teaching, science of mind. And it was created by a man named Ernest Holmes. And Ernest Holmes was studying the transcendental movement. He was studying various religions. He was at the time of Carl Jung. He was studying philosophy and science. And he wanted, in an overall way, to describe how he experienced spirit, the universe, source, or God, however you call it, in one beautiful teaching. And so he created the science of mind. And he wrote a book in the 20s, 1926, actually 100 years ago, called The Science of Mind. And it was quite an evolutionary book. It's something that we use a lot in our, well, not as much anymore in our classes because it has the language of the 1920s in it, which is much different than how we speak today. And I wrote a totally different talk before I taught this class, this ministerial school class yesterday, to some amazing ministers across the country. And there was just some really golden nuggets that came out of the class that I thought would be helpful and interesting to you, hopefully. So one of the things that we were talking about is how does this teaching that's 100 years old, how does it relate today? How is it contemporary? What does it mean for us and what's really going on in the world right now? And the good news is it's completely relevant and absolutely helpful information. However, the New Thought movement and Science of Mind has gone through its own evolution. And I will say in the beginning, there was this whole idea of shifting people from going to experiencing God or Source or the universe. Here we're not attached to what word you use. Some people love the word God and some people really don't. So I use multiple words for whatever it is. For me, I call it God. And you might just call it the quantum field. And in the beginning, we went in our teaching from telling people that you don't have to externally petition this infinite universe for things that you want or need. Instead, we are coming to an internal realization that the good of the universe is already present in this experience right now. And it's in and through and as us, and we have complete access to it immediately. We don't have to petition anybody else or go through anybody else. It's right here, right now. And that's how we began. And there's the part of that came at a time with the self-help movement, was really much in alignment with what we were teaching. And that was coming to the realization that I am a center of where divine good is created, and I can have an experience of life that is beneficial for me. And part of it, there's something that one of the ministerial students said. Ian said, you know, we're teaching how to fill your cup up. When you have an empty cup, how do you fill up your cup? And we still teach that. If you come in here, your cup is empty, you don't know, you're having trouble with finances, you're having problems with relationships, you're having problems with your body, health, and well-being. You might have a disconnection or challenges in your family. This teaching is here to help you fill up your cup, to release all of those habits, behaviors, inherited ways of being that you might have taken on that has been unhelpful for you, and to release it so you can live a life that's extraordinary and thriving. And so that's kind of like step one. That's like chapter 1 in our teaching, and we still teach that. However, there's an evolution in our teaching that is about once the cup is full, the cup runneth over. And when the cup runneth over, as Ian described it, he said that it could just have, you know, liquid everywhere just hanging out around us in a big puddle, or we can share it. And so our teaching is about when your cup runneth over, that's a time to share your gifts in the world and to really exchange and be a conscious contributor of the greater whole. Because the other part of our teaching is that we're all part of the whole. We're part of the infinite everything. We're in the body of God, just like a cell in the body of God, and we affect everything else. And so once I get clear in helping myself and tuned into a healthy, vibrant life, then I have the opportunity to participate in co-creating something even bigger. But I'm coming from a place of wholeness. I'm coming from a place of abundance. I'm coming from the place of ease and grace and joy and love. And I have the capacity to make an impact on the greater world. So that's, and our teaching was very much the first part focused, and in our own evolution is now getting more outward focused on the world. And it's a transition. It's a transition, and it's a beautiful transition, and it's also the both and. So it's not like you can't help yourself. It's like you still need to go through that process. And here I am, whenever I'm speaking to you, some of you are here for the very first time, and you're like, yeah, I want to know those tools on how to help myself and have a thriving life. And then there's people who've been in this teaching for many, many years, and you're like, I've been there, done that, and I'm ready to move to the next level of evolution. And that's where our teaching is really focusing on as a global scale. From our home office, from our international headquarters, we're really looking at what is the global impact that we can make. So just a couple of golden nuggets I want to say. I loved Ian's example of the cup overflowing, and it's a yes and. Cynthia said, new thought is a living story. The first chapter was consciousness shapes our experience. So our own awareness of life shapes our reality. And now we've moved into the next chapter of our theology and our evolution, and we have the pen. We are creating the next iteration of who we are. And Elaine talked about how we are a spiritual tradition that's deeply rooted. However, we've never been a static movement. We value discovery over dogma. However, sometimes our limitations has been the focus just on the individual, which is essential. However, it's a both and. It's the individual and the collective. And so in order for us to have compassionate action out in the world, we must have inner transformation in order to create conscious action. And that's really important. And Amy said the real evolution is not in the teaching, it's in us. That the inner work and the outer work are not incompatible, that we work on ourselves in order to prepare for the work in the world. So the question is, are we willing to evolve in a way that expands our reach and impact in the globe? Are we personally willing to be that evolutionary place? Because it's an inside job, and then we move forward. And Marcia talked about how this external petitioning was the beginning, that Ernest was talking about. There's a good for us, and we ought to have it. Actually, that was Emma, that Ernest stole from Emma Curtis Hopkins. There's a good for us, and we ought to have it. And then we get to that place of internal realization of our own personal good, but the ultimate goal in life is the freedom of discord for everybody. So freedom from anything that's discordant. So a freedom from having that internal and external discord. Complete emancipation, freedom for all, is what Marcia was talking about. And in order for us to do that, we need to be in a harmonious condition of right thinking. So, and when we become in that harmonious condition of right thinking, we tune into the Christ consciousness of the universe, and we create a more joyful world for everybody. All of this is really inspiring yesterday to me. I just want to say I love teaching because I get so much. It's just really, really beautiful. So the underneath it all is that we have a radical evolutionary teaching. And the question is, how do we use love as a cosmic force? Because when we do, we are free of condemnation and fear. So it's interesting. So this month we're talking about the fear and the furious. And this month I've adopted from our global themes, which was created by a group of visionaries last year, who invite any Center for Spiritual Living to adopt our theme, our global theme, if you choose to take it on, which I said yes to that. And we're not taking on easy topics. We're not, and I think that in the past, things were more formulaic. And then if you look at Ernest Holmes, whenever he was talking in the 50s and the 60s, there was an understanding that there's a deeper tapestry to life that's happening that we are a part of, and it's a little bit more complex than a very simple formula. And how do you talk about it all? Well, I encourage you to take classes, because we get deep in the classes, especially in that our Art and Science and Spiritual Mind Treatment class. Wow. For the people who are taking that class, it's been very powerful and filled with depth, because I think that the people who are coming to centers like these are at a depth of an evolution in their own personal lives, but also there's an attraction to communities like this because there's something bigger happening. It's something exciting. It's something that you can feel but not necessarily articulate. So the fast and not the fast and the furious, the fear and the furious is what my topic was, which I wrote this whole talk, 4 pages, and I'm already halfway through with telling you really cool nuggets from the ministerial students. So maybe I'll get into the fear and the furious. I was talking to my therapist the other day. Yes, I have a therapist, and I would encourage everybody to both get a therapist and a practitioner. Highly encouraged. I have both. Because one is my mental health and the other one is about my spiritual health. And I see them both monthly, and I'm very grateful. But I was talking to my therapist about anger, because anger is the fury. And I think that in the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s, there was a bit, my impression, although I was only here in this teaching in the 2000s, a bit of spiritual bypass happening, where there wasn't a conversation about anger, or it was like, just ignore it, just be happy, just look at the good, instead of turning in to the anger and questioning what is the benefit of anger. Why is it here? Do you think that the great Creator made a mistake when it created you and all of your emotions? And if you don't think that it made a mistake when it created you and all of your emotions, then the anger must be worth something. It must be present and part of something that maybe is good. And I've had an issue with anger, because what I did is I just suppressed it and I just pretended like I was never angry. By the way, it doesn't work. It comes out in very unhealthy ways and also affects one's body. And so I have been working on my own anger and have found some clarity in it. And maybe if you've had any anger when you've looked at a headline or looked at the gas station or looked at the, people commenting rudely to each other online, maybe you too might be experiencing anger. So what to do with the anger is the question. If it's not a detriment, if it's not, if it's something good, what do we do with it? Well, the African tradition, the West African tradition and the Yoruba tradition, they have an Orisha, which is like a divine force of nature called Shango. And Shango is the god of thunder, lightning, fire, and justice. And it's one of the great forces that causes creation, transformation in creation, I will say. So Shango, they call upon Shango when they're ironsmithing their tools. So there's a great fire that is about the fire of transformation, and it helps the tools form into something that's useful. And they also talk about Shango as what happens when the fire goes untended. That the fire can also destroy houses and communities. And so it's not the fire or Shango that's the issue. It's what do we do with it? Are we tending to it, or are we abandoning it and shoving it down? And so that's the big invitation. We're going to explore this all month, we as in me and a lot of other ministers, because I'm doing a pulpit exchange with Unity next week. So Reverend Frank's going to be here. You'll have the pleasure of him. And Reverend Don Beatty will be the following week, and then I'll be back. So we're all exploring the power of anger and fear. So the power of anger for me, what I've recognized is it is a tool of identifying something that needs to be changed in my life. So for instance, when I get angry, I have to ask what's underneath that. It could be something as simple as I am not taking care of myself. So when you feel the anger, you might ask yourself, what is the loving action that is coming up for me to do? So for me, sometimes I get hangry. Anybody else get hangry? If I have not eaten, if I just get really I get into things and I can get distracted and I could go and then forget to eat lunch or something like that. And then all of a sudden I'm hangry. Well, the loving self-care thing is for me to eat some healthy, delicious food and to move on. Or I could be grumpy because I didn't get enough sleep. So what is the loving care? Other things that have come up for me is when I get angry, I've had times when I recognize somebody crossed my boundaries. And I didn't even know I had a boundary there until they crossed it. And then I'm like, oh, I'm angry because they crossed my boundary. However, what I need to know is, have I ever communicated that boundary to them? Maybe I didn't even know I had that boundary until just now. And so it gives me an opportunity to have conscious conversations with people and also get clear on what is workable for me and what is not workable for me. So for me, I've had in the past a conversation about somebody who crossed my boundary, knowing that I can't really be mad at them for crossing my boundary when I never even communicated to them that I had a boundary there for them to cross. But once they cross it and I got clear, it gives me an opportunity to have that conscious conversation with them and to have a clearer relationship with them and new agreements met. So that's one way that I've utilized my anger. Another way is I feel anger because there's things happening in this particular country that's probably happening elsewhere too. But for me, there's a conflict with my values. And so I need to know what my values are. What are my values? Well, one of my values is equity. One of my values is sustainability and earth loving and protection and knowing that we're part of this bigger ecosystem. And so when things are happening out in the world or this particular country that aren't in alignment with that, I get angry. But what do I do with the anger? I get to feel the anger first. I get to process the anger. And then I ask myself, what is the loving action? So we as an organization have moved from the individual looking in to the external, knowing that we are part of one conscious creation that is the all in all. So Spirit Source Universe is everywhere present, and every action that I take has a ripple effect on everything else around me. So that's where I go, if I want to be living in a world that has, a care for the earth or is equitable, first of all, I look at myself, am I being in alignment with my own values? Am I doing the actions? Do I need to shift something in myself? And then also, if I'm in this country that is perhaps making a law or making a way of being that is not in service, how can I be an advocate for those things that I value the most? How can I vote? How can I take a stand for things? How can I speak to things so that others know that this is important to me, that our earth is important to me, that equity is important to me? And what does that look like in practical ways of being? So the anger, again, is I'm tending to my anger. I'm not using my anger as a force against anybody. I'm using it as a tool for my own transformation that I could use love as an action. So that's where the juice is. This teaching, not always easy. Because the invitation is for you to take the high road of love. It doesn't mean you ignore your anger. It doesn't mean you suppress your anger. It doesn't mean you don't, have anger, because we all do. It means that you take a conscious responsibility for the benefit that the anger is bringing to you and gives you clarity for what actions you want to do. What are the loving actions, either to yourself or out in the world? And so that is really the discernment that I have for you today. Yay. So, choosing love does not mean that you're choosing only niceness. It just means that you're choosing to take actions in a way that are in alignment with your values, your boundaries, or your self-care. And I recognize that we are here as beautiful, blessed beings, filled with all of our emotions that are a blessing, even the hard ones. So, that is my talk for today. Come back next week for more continuation that Reverend Frank will be doing with you. And for now, let's pray. I am so grateful to be participating in a community, in an organization that is about the evolution of consciousness. That my own personal consciousness, my own awareness around consciousness creates a life for me that is an impact on myself and others. And I get to choose to see where I can be a benefit in the world. That each and every person here is a divine light. Each and every person was born into this body that is filled with a diverse expression of emotions. And so I claim and know that all of those emotions are blessings. I choose to see my own anger as a benefit for my action in the world and towards myself. I know and claim that the infinite universe, God itself, Goddess itself, is here to remember the love that it came here to be. And so I am remembering. I am putting all of the pieces together. I'm remembering who I am. And I know and claim that because I am remembering, that each and every person here is remembering who they are. What was the highest and greatest love action? What is the highest and greatest love action? What will be the highest and greatest love action? It is the action that I choose right here and right now to collapse reality into a way that supports an unfolding of life that is a joyful expansion of the Christ consciousness. This consciousness is my consciousness. This consciousness is the consciousness in each and every person here. There is a power and a force for good in the universe, and we are here to utilize it in all of its various ways. And so I claim and know that I am a blessing, that each and every person here is a blessing, and that this unfolding day and week and month is a blessing of clarity, of discernment, of divine right action that happens in a way that allows us to speak up, to say yes, and to take a stand for that love that we are in the world. I'm grateful to know it, to claim it, to accept it, to embody it, to embrace it, to see it, to feel it, to know it. And to release this prayer in gratitude and appreciation, knowing that the universe is already acting upon these very words right here and right now. So I let it go and let it be. And so it is. Thank you.
That was good. Thank you so much, Reverend Abigail. Thank you so much, everyone. And now it's our time for our offertory. And as we prepare for the offertory, I'd like to invite the ushers forward. And as you prepare your financial gifts, again, just to offer a very hearty thank you. That those financial contributions really lift and expand our center in so many different ways that we may be of greater service in the world together. Thank you.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. In a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way.
I forgot there was something important I wanted to do. We have beautiful grounds here, and there's a lot of volunteers who've been taking some extra beautiful time the last few months in making this place gorgeous. So first of all, I want to recommend, if you haven't taken a walk, take a walk, go through the trails that we have here. And the second thing I wanted to do is, if you have contributed in any way, you've mowed the lawn, you've pulled some weeds, you've tended to the garden, you've done anything on the grounds or the facilities, could you please raise your hand? Yes, let's give them a big round of applause. Look at all those people. Thank you. I am so grateful. I love being here, and it is quite beautiful. And I can tell the love that is put into these grounds. So it is well received by me, and I'm super grateful. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have some lovely offerings coming up for the community and classes for our announcements. And as an added emphasis, I shared this in the first service as well, Really encourage you to sign up for the weekly email announcements, and those announcements have a lot more detail in them about our events coming up, classes, ongoing spiritual practices. And so those event details in the weekly announcements are really going to be where you get some depth. We're trying really hard to pare down the number of announcements that we're doing during Sunday service and really focus on things that are upcoming in the short term. So those weekly announcements are going to have some juicy stuff in it that you might not hear here. So please sign up. You can sign up online or at the Ask Me desk, and we'll keep working on that a bit more. Shout out, okay, who was here yesterday for the Guys and Grills? Again, I will just say delicious. I had no idea. Mike's got the shirt on. There's actually a T-shirt that is themed Guys and Grills. There were some guys, there were grills, there was great food. Thank you so much to everybody who bid on that, and thank you for the guys. There was a bajillion grills lined up outside. It was fantastic, so thank you so much. These Gourmets for Good dinners and events all along the summer are just fun, so thank you so much. Coming up, we have the next 15 commitments of Conscious Leadership class with Reverend Abigail. We are on commitment number 7, appreciation, exploring appreciation, giving genuine, specific acknowledgments that uplift our relationships, and such a beautiful thing there. And still true, this is a great standalone class, so if you still would like to be a part of just this one class because the topic intrigues you, you can sign up to participate. You can also sign up for the rest of the series. We're just about halfway through, but you can still join the series at any time. So jump in. You can register online or at the Ask Me desk. For this particular class this week, you do need to sign up by today so we can get you into that class if you're not already registered. There's the Monday night Zoom class, so that's online. And the in-person class is on Tuesday morning. So either one of those you want to jump into, sign up today, and you can do that back at the Ask Me desk. And then we have our next Spirit at Work. I recognize that person. We have our next Spirit at Work breakfast and collab. This week's speaker is Kathy Angel, whose topic is Say It So They Can Repeat It, how to introduce yourself so you get more referrals. And you'll create, refine, and practice an introduction that is memorable, authentic, and easy for others to repeat. So your introduction is more than a greeting, it's the beginning of your reputation. Great business model. Doors open at 7:45 a.m. with breakfast being served at 8 o'clock. And then the collab is an activity that happens after that main breakfast and the speaker, and it begins at 9:45. And this is a facilitated problem-solving, brainstorming, insight sharing with other colleagues. And so you can bring a business concern or question and have this wonderful group of colleagues to do some brainstorming around and get some dialogue going and some support along the way. You can register online or at the Ask Me desk, and the cost is $30, but no one is turned away. So please think about those Spirit at Work breakfasts. They are wonderful opportunities, and the collab has been a great addition. Coming up next for the men's group, next meeting will be Sunday, August 9th at 12 p.m. in the classroom. And so the group will meet after service and after our post-hospitality and connection time. Practitioner Philip is our lead. If you've got some questions or would like to join, connect with Philip. But we'll look forward to seeing folks there next week. And coming up also next, just a little more than a week, is our next kitchen ministry opportunity. So next Monday, August 10th at 2 p.m. here in the sanctuary, you can join our intrepid Shelley and Steve Larson in assembling about 40 to 50 sack lunches that will be distributed to our unhoused neighbors in the community. And if you'd like to join the assembly process or donate food items, please sign up at the Ask Me desk and let them know how you would like to help. The last event, they made over 50 lunches, which is really phenomenal. So thank you to all the people who assembled or donated the food in order to produce those lunches. It's a great new ministry that we've gotten started here. And also coming up in 2 Sundays, we have an activity, an event called the Spiritual Recharge. It's a quarterly practitioner session, and the practitioner team is hosting Spiritual Recharge. Everyone is invited to experience the power of prayer in a short prayer session with the licensed practitioner. So we like to say 20 minutes just for you. So you can come with a specific challenge in mind. You can also come to experience the power of prayer to increase your greater good. The Spiritual Recharge event is a free event. It's offered both in person and via Zoom, which is great. The in-person session will be here in the sanctuary, and then the email announcements will have that Zoom link that you can connect to. But we do want to sign up because the practitioners are going to want to know how many folks and then how to kind of organize them with time and space and people. So please sign up for that. A special note that the grief support group typically meets during that time, and so that the grief support group, we're doing a swap of time, so they will not be meeting during that Sunday, but anyone who's been participating in the grief support group also welcome to come to the Spiritual Recharge and connect in a different way there and receive some support and love along the way. And looking ahead to a retreat opportunity, if you are a young adult ages 18 to 35-ish, there is and you're here with our local CSL community. CSL Bellingham is offering a grant to attend the larger organization, the CSL Next Gen Retreat. And Next Gen is a transformational leadership opportunity, and it brings together young adults from Centers for Spiritual Living all around to build authentic relationships and develop leadership skills and grow spiritually to make a positive impact in the world. This year's retreat will be held at the Black Mountain Retreat Center in Casaderos, California, October 9th through 12th. And we have an application, and this is why we're talking about this so early. There's applications that are due on the 23rd. So the grant is valued at more than $1,000, and it will cover the cost of attending the retreat, including travel expenses. And in return for that investment, we would ask grant recipients to agree to volunteer once a month for 9 months in any area of service back here at CSL Bellingham. So it's a really nice exchange of the financial support and then service back to the community. But there is an application process, so you can email the CSL Bellingham office with your interest in applying, and then Clara will help get some application materials back, and then those applications are due on August 23rd. So a great opportunity for a young adult, younger adults to connect and grow, and please contact the office if you've got questions or you know somebody who might be interested, and we'll go from there. And then, as always, just want to keep highlighting those email announcements and those weekly announcements. There are some pretty other amazing opportunities. Look at that, I'm leaving with a little teaser right there. You'll have to go read the announcements to find the other exciting stuff. So there are some great announcements, and we'll keep honing what we're sharing up here and also keep sharing in detail more what's in those weekly announcements. So a great place to go. All righty. Woo! I guess just take a breath. It's good. All right, so I would like to offer a closing benediction prayer, and then we'll go into our last song as we close our service today. So in this moment, I invite the greatness of love to be fully present, to fully display itself in me, as me, and through me, and each person here, near and far. What a joy to be in this moment together, that the manifestation of this community is love in action. It is love that binds us together and connects us. It is love that lifts our spirits each day. It is love that we open to so we may open it out into the world. And that love shows up in me and as me, in kindness, in thoughtfulness, in loving support of others, in the gentleness, in the care of my own soul. And what a great day to be in love. And I trust that it is healing and that I am healed. I trust that this moment is precious and known and felt. And what a joy that it is rippling as I speak. I'll take that more love. I accept. In great gratitude for this day, for this moment, and may we walk in peace and safety and blessings and live in grace and ease. Thank you, sweet Spirit. So it is.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. The spirit of love inside me. Feel the power of love. I see the evidence around me. We are the power of love. And my eyes are open to the truth I now embrace. And my heart is open by spirit and by grace. Feel the power of love inside me. Feel the power of love. I see the evidence around me. We are the power of love. My eyes are open to the truth I now embrace. And my heart is open by spirit and by grace. Feel the power of love. 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 Thank you, everybody, and have a good day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Just by the skin of our teeth. I know it. I know it.